I am now online. It's actually from my server computer. I installed Skype over there. So I was working on it a while ago. Holy damn. All the invalids are mine. Interesting. Of course, it did just kind of kill my connection, so not to be unexpected. Let's see. Now we want to go with the round. So that's not too bad. I used to be on Lucky Miners, but some douche waffle came in, and you'll be able to see here in a second. Decided to set up like a 32K hashing system or something, and still a little bit slow. Not nearly as bad as it was earlier, though. At least I don't think. But this guy came in with this 32K hash, mega hash setup. Oh wow, he's gone. Interesting. Oh, these two are still here. I'll stay over here for a while longer, though. But yeah, came in with this 32 mega hash per second system and just totally blew everybody else out of the water in terms of their returns on their shares. So I decided to jump ship for the moment. All right, so we've got all these things here. Let's see. So the red numbers, I guess it's not even or odd. It's mixed. Let's see. Look at all these complexes, all hell calculations. That's what goes into casino mathematics here. Trying to find a list of like an image or something I can use for the American version. I guess we do. I guess we got there and we look at all the. So I guess everything's the same except for 00. So in row 00 because 00 doesn't exist on the European version, French version. So all this stuff is correct though. So what we need to do is we need to create the table. Zeros are green, I believe, aren't they? Yeah, 0's green, so we can just do 0 to 00 now. Alright, so over here. Wait, let's get a count of how many spaces there are. It was up here somewhere. 38. Okay, so there needs to be 38 elements on this wheel. Craps now. This didn't really load all the way, did it? Interesting. So for craps, it's all about just the dice in terms of what is actually used for the gambling thing. Gambling instruments. So we'll just create 2 die for those. So that'll be an 2 int Station Casino D1 with 6 sides. Or we can go Dungeon and Dragon dice on it. That'd be interesting. Let's go ahead and make things a little bit different. Like I said, I want to make it different for since things will be similar but different in a way. So we'll have 10-sided die. And let's go 12. 12-sided die. Dice. I guess it's dice is plural. 12-sided dice. It's like meese, mices, and mouses. We'll go 52 for that. Let's see what else. There were some other things. One of them was Domjot. That's going to be interesting to try and recreate that with my own little spin on it. Poker, craps, slots, roulettes, yeah, so Domjot would be the last one. So let's see if we can dig out how to actually play this game. That's interesting. I see. No wonder I've been watching DS9 lately, and I was wondering why I hadn't seen that in that episode. That's probably why. Let's cut. So exactly how the hell is it played? Nauticans really like to win it. First you talk and you talk. Gamba. Well, that's a useless thread. Yeah, I don't think we could probably do this in this version of the game. Maybe in the 3D version, yeah, but not. Because it's more like pool than it is billiards, than it is something like it's easily recreatable inside of a console. Never invented. So yeah, we'll just we'll scrap that from the list of games for now. I'm not gonna delete it. I'll just comment it out. And add a flag for that there. And we'll also take it out of the thing here. Alright, so we got everything we need for that. So let's go and set up this stuff over here. Alright, so let's start with the roulette, since that'll probably be the easiest to start with, since we have something to go off of. 52, so SCR wheel, so 52 elements. So, of course, first we have 0 and 00. I'd rather like to have it set up in a way that's set up in the actual table. Oh, here we go. Okay, so it goes 0. So here we go. So 00 table. Well, where is the 00? Oh, there it is, right there. Okay. So we're also increasing the number of spaces, so we also have to take that into account. So we got the 00 wheel here. Double knot wheel. And it's arranged in a specific pattern. So let me see. So you have to essentially recreate this in a way, because we have to add the extra spaces in. So we have to figure out the methodology behind how the wheel is laid out. So let's see. 1 to 10 and 19 and 28. That's interesting. So the number ranges 1 to 10, 19 to 28. The numbers are odd, and odd numbers are red and even are black, but then it switches on the other side. That's interesting. Green pocket 0, American holds another green pocket 00. Clockwise sequence in most casinos. Cards, I see. That's interesting. Huh. It's very interesting. Let's see. So there doesn't seem to be any kind of mentioning on exactly why the table is set up in that fashion. Alright, so it seems to be a number, essentially it's 1 to 10, so it's 11 pockets, and it's spaced out between the two. Maybe not 11. Well, 1 to 10 would be 11, and 19 to 28 would be 11 as well. So yeah, it is 11. So, so we have 11 pockets per, I guess, a section. I'm writing this stuff down so I can visually represent it here. And you have 2 sections per block. And the traditional method, or at least in American, I guess, you have 4 blocks per table. With the 0 and 00, okay, it doesn't actually explain where the 00 and 0 are placed in terms of these numbers. But whatever. So, what we want to figure out now is so that's a total of 1 to 36 with 0, 00, which is a total of 38 slots. Pockets, slots, whatever. So, what we need to figure out now is, so if we added in another section, so we had a 3 section, so that would be, well, that's interesting. 1 to 36. So there should be. Okay, now the second range is smaller. I see. The second range is only what would that be, 9? No, 8. No, yeah, 9. No. 11 to 18 would be, but then that's a different range there. 26 to 29 to 36 is only a 5 pocket range. No, sorry, 7 pocket range. Whereas 11 to 18 would be a, no, that's, damn it. Let's see. Screw this, let's use a calculator. So, 36 minus 29. 7. 18 minus 11, I think that should be a 9 pocket range. That's okay, so there's 7 for the second. Alright, we gotta recalculate here. So, let's re-establish re-rate my whole way in which the table is set up so we can figure out how to modify it properly. So we have 2 sections with 4 blocks. Or did I say blocks with sections? Okay, 4 blocks with trying to read what I just, so it's pockets per section, sections per block, and 4 blocks per table. That's what I wrote down. Alright, so that's not going to be quite right. So we have a larger block, so we'll say first, well, we'll go backwards in this case. So we have 4 blocks per table. We have 2 sections per block. Or no, it's 2 blocks per table with 2 sections. Duh. I don't know. My brain's not working today. And then one section is larger than the other. With 11 pockets to 7 pockets. Okay. Nice if I spelled pockets right. Although it doesn't really matter. Alright, so and then we have the 00 thing in there. So we want to add essentially another section in. So we'd have 3 blocks, and so we'd add in another 18 pockets. So it'd be 36 plus 18, which would be 44. Now let's do 2 sections. Let's do 2 of them instead of just 1. By another 2 blocks. So 36 plus 36. 36 squared. Which comes out to 72? No, 82. 72, yeah. So we got 72 pockets plus the 0 and 00, so that's 74. Actually, I'll make it 75. We'll have the 000 as well. Well, it seems like there's a 0 per pocket on the American version, so we'll actually make a triple and a quadruple. Alright, so we're having 4 blocks now. So it'll be 76. Alright, so we have block 1, or rather section 1. Oh, block 1, section 1. So I should probably be doing this in the actual code itself as like a comment block. What the hell am I doing? Alright, let's write down what we have so far. Okay, so setup for alright, so so we're going to have to change this to 76. One through 72 plus 0, 0, 0 plus those extra pockets there. Alright, so block so 4 blocks per table, 2 sections per block, with 1 section being greater than the other, 11 pockets to 7 pockets. So now we also include the other things here, which is the way in which they're ordered here. So the larger pocket, or larger section set up so that I think it was blacks were odd and reds were even. I believe it was on the larger side. Odds are red and blacks are even. Okay. Okay, so it starts clockwise from 0. And this is where it gets kind of interesting, because we have to figure out how to add in these extra values in such a way that it works properly. So what I'm taking from this is that I need to find a depiction of an American wheel. I don't know why they don't have one here to compare it to the European version. You think they would. Let's go to Google Images here. And look up some images of roulette tables. Let's specify American roulette. So that'll give us a better approximation of what should be done, because we'll have, instead of having an odd number of 0 pockets, there's going to be an even number. Alright, here we go. Although it is fairly small. Alright, so we got the 0 here, and clockwise set up with that. So what would happen is we'd have a 0 here, we'd have those numbers, which would fit in up to here, technically on our table. There'd be the 0, 0 there, then the next block to here, 0, 0, 0, and then here would be the quadruple 0, and then the 17 pockets over to here. So now, question is how is this ordered, and why is it ordered this? So we got 2 reds on this side, 2 blacks on this side. So it'd be blacks, reds, blacks, reds. What I want to find out is why the numbers are arranged in this order. Is there a specific reason for it besides maybe just an equal number, you know, making these sets red, black, which might be exactly why they do it that way. Then comes the question of why each specific number is where it is. Why not, 30 here and 9 there, or 5's over here instead of over here where 18 is. Is there a specific reason for that? It's probably to keep it so that the numbers aren't all together. Maybe it has to do with them being across from each other. Maybe that's, yeah, see, look, that's what it is. They're across from each other. You got 1, 2, 13, 14, 35, 36, 24, 23. So it's arranged in such a way so that the number directly, the next number is directly across from it and is an opposing color. I see. So that's how it's set up. Alright, so now that we know that, we need to write that down. So, numbers are arranged so that next number in sequence is directly across from Alright, so now back over here. Alright, so the number ranges are the larger number ranges are the odds are red and evens are black, and the shorter ones, the odds are black and the evens are red. I think I mentioned that on already on that. Now the actual ordering has to deal with the order in which they are on the table. So this is where it gets really tricky, because we have essentially we're doubling the size of the wheel, or maybe even tripling it. No, doubling it. There's 2 blocks on the regular American table. We're doing 4 blocks, so double. So we can go from this. And we can try to figure it out from there. So it's going to be really difficult. See, order of numbers. So this is block 1. And this is block 2. Now what we need to do is we need to put block 2 as being opposite of block 1. So it has to be after block 3, and block 3 has to come after block 4, so that they're all ordered and aligned properly. Because if we go back over to the wheel here, like I mentioned, we're going to have this entire block be squashed down into only this amount of space. So we have the first block here, third block here. Now in order for these to line up with these over here, this has to be the second block, and this has to be the fourth block. So we have to reorder them a little bit, if you would, so that they line up properly. So this is block 3. Now we have block 2 and block 4. So this is actually going to be 000, and this starts on 00, and this starts on 400. Now, so we go up to 36 on those. Next question is how are these individual numbers arranged in this order? For what reason? I know it's to have them line up that way, but how is the sequence determined? That's the next question. So we have let's see, 2, that's even, odd, even. Okay, so it's done in duplicates. So you have 2 odds and then 2 evens, except on the zeros, where you have either an even on each side or an odd on each side of them, and they're of the same color. So in this case, then, now the next question is why in this particular number order? Alright, so these are both even numbers here, and these are both odds. But you take these 2 that you use for the starting, and you go from there, I suppose. It seems. So if you have odds here, then the next one you have over here is even. Well, see, here's a discrepancy though in that, because 27 is not even; it's an odd number, but 10 is even. It's the same with the 9 over here. We have an even, and then an odd, then an even. Over here, though, we have an even, even, odd, odd. And over here, it's odd, odd, even, even. So, there's another quirk to it. Alright, let's go ahead and make a note of that. Now, are the numbers still arranged in the particular order, or is it breaking that order? So at the end of here we have an odd, so that works. So at the end of the block it's still in order. At the beginning of the block it's not. So the block should start with an opposite type of number. So it should either be an odd for the second block, or an even for the first block, or even for third and odd for fourth. They may call them a bank, technically. I think it's the proper term for them, not a block, but a bank of numbers, bank of pockets. Block 1 is even, block 2 is odd, etc. Let's bring that down. Okay, now the next question is still, why are the numbers ordered in this particular fashion? It probably has to do with getting everything just aligned right. In other words, to have the red and black be opposite each other as well as even odd. So the question is, how can we create something that can make that ordering, or figure out how to do that ordering, with a number greater of pockets greater than what's used on the standard table? And I have a typo there, but we can fix that. Back to being uber slow again, I guess, huh? I'll just have to deal with it. This will be done soon anyway. Well, maybe not soon, but eventually. Predictum, huh? Well, this should be interesting. An interesting read. Let's go ahead and hit a back, put it back there so we can saw the wheel image. Alright, so okay. What I'm going to find out is why. Here we go. Okay, so well, it doesn't actually tell you why the numbers are arranged that way. Oh, there's a typo. Let's go and fix that. Well, this is what we need to figure out, because once we figure that out, we can figure out how to add in the other numbers. Let's see. If you can find any insight on these websites here. Let's see. That doesn't explain jack. Yes, this is what we need right here. Interesting. Let's see. Well, that's a crazy contrast thing there. Jesus. That'll give you a headache really fast. I'm going to restart recording real quick, just so we don't run into that 126 gigabyte block there. Alright, the wheel, then the 4 parts. Stationaries. Okay, so that's interesting. So the question is now, since I'd already deduced that by looking at the wheel, the question is how do we actually, so this seems to be the key here, is that the next highest even number is paired with the odd number. So let's go back to our image here, wherever the hell it's at. So the question then becomes, though, then is what, so we got this to the next highest one, yes. But then what about this number here? What determines the actual the sequence of the numbers that's used? Not just how they're used across this way, but the actual way this direction. That's what we have to determine. It may be that, so it's set up like this, but again, like I said, then why does 9 follow 28 for? Why does 26 follow 9? What's the actual methodology behind how the numbers are placed? Because you could take 30 and 29, you could put them here as 30 and 29. Or as 30 as 29 and 30. What's to stop you from doing it that way? That's what I'm trying to figure out, is why these numbers are arranged in this particular order. The numbers themselves, not just the colors or what, if they're even or odd, but the actual number itself. Alright, so roulette's numbers on by, let's see, far left, dealer right, closest row table 0, 0. 3 rows of 36 numbers. Oh, because that's talking about the actual betting surface. See. Again, I think I'd probably have to buy that book or find it on Pirate Bay or something to figure out what the actual formula is. So let's see. So the major problem with this is that now, so let's see, 1, 2, 13, 14. So that's, let's see, between here is 12, 12 numbers, I believe. So 13 plus 12 would be 35. So what's the difference between 30, let's see, maybe I'm reading too much into that though. But 12, 35, you got 35 down here. Difference between, that's an interesting coincidence, I think. 13 minus 36. That's 23. Oh, wait a second here. We may be onto something. Three minus 15 is 12. That doesn't work out. So maybe it's just a coincidence that was happening like it was. Let's get these lined properly. So we actually see things in the order they're at. Okay, that should help a little bit. And then we'll move them away from that too. So, we got the value of, for 35 by taking the value of 1 minus 13, which is 12, and adding it to 13, which is 35. Now, if we take and then we had 24 minus 36, and that was 12, and 12 plus or no, it was 36 minus 13, which was 23, which was down there and then 24. So then yeah, after that though, it kind of breaks down because well, maybe it doesn't, because as you notice, it goes single, then it goes 2, 3 double digits, and then it goes another single, and that happens throughout, repeating throughout this. So maybe what's going on is that, let me see, what's 32 minus 20? 12 still. So that doesn't make any sense as far as that goes. However, though, if you look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So maybe there is a pattern here. We have one section, and then we have these, and these might be all calculated by something to have to do with the first ones here. Then it goes down back to this, and then we do the same thing. So let's see what happens here. 15 minus 3 is 12. And then we have 12 plus 15 is 27. So that doesn't seem to work there. Because it would have to be 33. But there is something to be said about how they go in single and three groups of doubles and then another single. So that's another piece of the puzzle, as it were. Now we got to figure out how exactly that's being arranged. The triples, the triple double digits. It'd be awesome to get the actual formula they used to do this, to arrange these things. So we're going to have to put this as this one here. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it would be 11, 12. Oh, so we already have 11 and 12 used, though. So actually it would be 30, so 36. So it would be, damn. Roulette wheel sequence. exactly 1 of n, and n plus 1 is red, and 1 is black. This could be interesting. Let's see how stuff works with basics.